Ah, good morning. Aloha, good to see you. Oh my gosh, all these wonderful faces staring at me. You all look absolutely beautiful today, by the way. I am Reverend Patrick, if you've never met me, and behind me, or to the side of me, never behind me, is the beautiful Reverend Rita. And we have Michael and Carrie back from their little excursion from last week. And we all missed you and said hello to you on the live stream, I'm sure. Michael knows that, yes. And we have Reverend Diane sitting here in the front row here, our staff minister. Oh, what a great day. But when I start out, I just want to say that we have a special, special guest in the audience today. And all of you are looking and going, oh my God, he's going to mention me? But look at you all thinking you're special. That is beautiful. You guys are all like, oh, I didn't know he was going to do that. Well, let me just say that if you've been following some of our trips, like to LA, and if you were flying solo, what we, this a little louder? Yeah, can we get a little volume? Thanks. So, but what I would like to say is a welcome home to our wonderful Judah Freed. And of course, Melissa. And so beautiful, beautiful. Welcome home and happy healing. And it's just been such a journey, and we have all missed you. And you always know that a wife stands by her husband when I announced him, and she said, stand up, stand up. Just to let you know, I see it all, so I like to share. Oh, so without further ado, we just say welcome home. This is a wonderful vibe. I see some wonderful familiar faces. And we'll get to that later, but right now we just want to get to the matter at hand, and that's just to celebrate. And I thank you for coming out this morning and just sharing your consciousness with this wonderful sacred space that we are creating and continue to create here at CSL Kauai. So I'd like to bring up our beautiful, beautiful Michelle to do our announcements, as no one does them quite like her, so that's why she does them. Michelle, she's also a wonderful prac student and on our board too. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. There's a lot of new faces in here. This is so fun. Lots of visitors. 'Tis the season, I guess. Well, for those of you who have not come with us before, or maybe you're coming back, everything that I share with you is also on your pamphlet. So times and prices, everything like that. So the first that we're going to be talking about is a class that's been in continuation on Thursday evenings called Essentials for Greater Living, and it's all based on on cue. I feel like I'm not very loud. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. So it's based, this particular class has been a 10-week class, and it's been based off of this book, The Essentials by Ernest Holmes. So even if you haven't been coming, you can pop in whenever you want. There's a few more weeks left, and that is from 6 to 8 on Thursday evenings. And this Thursday, the topic is going to be Stump the Revs. Which means if you've got questions, if you're not sure what's going on, if you want to delve deeper, then this is your opportunity to try to stump the Revs. We figured some of you would like that, since I think that happens anyways. And then on Saturday, a few of you catching that now. So on Saturday, because this has become such a popular workshop / class, the Powerful or Powerless, which has been once a month, is now twice a month. So love it. Facilitated by Reverend Diane and Katie Welsh. And we are excited that this is going to be twice a month now. So it's on the first and third Saturday. So it will be this Saturday from 10 to 11:30. And it is based on the book of the same name. And it's all about kind of melding the philosophy of the 12-step program and science of mind, and how a lot of us, kind of do both. So it doesn't matter if you are in a 12-step or not. You can still come and glean a lot from these classes. There's been quite a few of us that have been coming on a regular basis and really gaining a lot out of it. So that's Saturday morning at 10 to 11:30. And then next Wednesday, October 19th, we're having a Healing Revealing Circle. And that's going to be a time to come and really lay whatever's going on in your life. And it doesn't matter what it may be, but it's a place for you to come, a safe place for you to come and literally lay it down and leave it here and have some healing. And here with Science of Mind, our healing is actually when we're revealing our truth and our spiritual nature. So this is an opportunity to do this with meditation, with prayer, with music. Michael and Carrie will be here that evening too. So you'll definitely want to mark that on your calendars. Wednesday the 19th for an hour from 7 to 8. And then we will once again have spiritual cinema. And this month, since it's Halloween theme, we are going to be doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Woo-hoo! Pretty much a classic, and it definitely has some science of mind and metaphysical stuff throughout it. So come and see how and why. We figured we would change it up for the month of October. So that's going to be on Friday the 21st at 7 o'clock. So stay tuned for more. We've always got wonderful things happening here to build our community and to strengthen our life and bring this philosophy into our daily life. So participate when you feel it. Thanks so much for your attention and enjoy your service.
Alrighty, yes, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. When does it stop here at CSL Kauai? Never, never, never. And the reason we can find the spiritual truth in Dr. Frankenfurter is because spirit is in everything, no matter what. And so there you go. But be here, be in costume if you want. Don't get too crazy on us. We do have a reputation and it won't be filmed. So whatever happens stays here. So let's take this and just take this moment and just bring it into our meditation as I invite the wonderful Reverend Diane up here to guide us in this time of just being with ourselves. Thank you.
Good morning. Oh, you are beautiful today. You're right, Patrick. What an amazing group of people and souls. Well, Emerson woke me up this morning, and so I brought a reading for our meditation from one of his essays, Self-Reliance, and those of you who have studied Emerson will recognize this. So if you'll just take a moment to settle into yourself, know that you are perfectly safe here. You can trust the chair. We can trust the earth that supports the chair. We can trust spirit within ourselves to guide us to our deepest place. Trust thyself. Accept the place the divine providence has found for you. Trust thyself. Accept the place the divine providence has found for you. trust thyself. Accept the place the divine providence has found for you. In this moment where we are settled into ourselves, in the divine silence within, I remember that God is right where I am. That all the power there is, all the presence there is, all the love there is right here where we are. We live and move and have our very being as a divine expression of that one. And so I honor that today and accept the place the divine providence has given to me. In this moment of being deeply connected to the one life, we express who we really are and allow it to come forth in our lives in wonderful and magnificent ways. Allowing it to speak through us, allowing it to act through us, allowing it to express through us in ways that make it absolutely recognizable to ourselves and others. Yes, you are a place where God is expressing. And so today we remember that as we come home to ourselves and trust ourselves. I know that this service is perfect to bring each one of us exactly what we need to hear. And it allows us each to express in ways that are perfect for ourselves and our own souls unfolding. And so I give thanks that this service is already an amazing accomplished fact in the mind of God. And I simply invite us to show up for our part in it and accept the divine place that we have been brought to. Knowing that this is so, giving great thanks for it, I simply release my word into the one mind, the one power, the one presence, the universe that says yes, and know that it is done already. As together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Diane. That was beautiful. So we're going to get ready now to light our peace candle. We light every Sunday to remind ourselves that peace begins where? Right here. Yeah. So Reverend Diane will light the candle. Patrick, come on up. And Michael and Carrie have a chant for us that we get to sing as we send our peace from within out into the world. Diane. Yes.
Well, welcome again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good day.
So I don't think anybody just walked in, so you already know who we are, so we can just keep going.
I did have one quick announcement.
What?
We're working on our children's program, Janice and all of us, and we're going to have George joining us, a whole little team gathered up. So starting next week, if there are a certain amount of children here, like 2 or more, then Janice will start the curriculum. We have a wonderful, wonderful program in store for them. So we're going to kind of start where we are, so kind of get the word out there.
There's some
And
flyers on the
and there's some
table,
flyers on the
and there's
table.
also a sign-up if you know of any children that might not mind being called, and we can tell them about it, okay?
Perfect.
So there's nothing better than teaching empowerment, which is what we teach, self-empowerment, or very little, when we don't have all those barriers to break through to get to know who we are. So we're very
Makes
excited.
it so much easier later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So anyway, so welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai, and we practice the science of mind and spirit, and we do believe that this presence, this divine presence that we speak about all the time in our prayers, that Diane mentioned in hers, prayer this morning, is what everything is. There's not a place where this presence is not. It's right where we are. We are the divine presence. We are magnificent, and we are living our lives from that highest place right here and right now. And we come here every Sunday to remember that. So thank you so much for being here with us. Yeah.
And who is here for the very first time? I see some new, yes, 1, 2 over here. We got, woohoo! Aloha.
Aloha.
Oh, it's so nice to have a lot of you here because, boy, do we have something to say to you.
Yeah.
We have got more. Usually we always find out things about you before you get here, but boy, do we have a list today. You guys are good. Just kidding. But not really. What do we know? What do we know about these new people that have walked into this sacred space? You are magnificent.
You are magnificent.
Yes. And you didn't let us down. It always puts a smile on your face, and you just laugh at a big release and relief that we don't really know all those things I was just saying about you. But welcome. And the reason that we know that about you is because we definitely cannot know it about you unless we know it about ourselves. So shall we say it together? I am magnificent. Oh, it is beautiful. So just say to somebody, it's true, right? Yeah. Next to, say something next to somebody you're sitting next to and tell them they're
let
magnificent.
somebody know they're
You're
magnificent
You're
today.
magnificent.
Yes.
Oh, wait a
You are magnificent over there in the corner.
Jack is
No one puts Michael and Carrie in the corner.
Oh, my God.
Oh, make sure we turn to the camera.
Oh, thank you very much.
And back to
My goodness.
Coming. Okay. Turn to.
There we go.
Can we take one more moment? Woo! One more moment to turn to the camera to our global family and tell them the same
we
thing.
have so many
You
out there.
are
magnificent. Yes.
Aloha.
Wow, doesn't that feel good?
And I have to say something.
Oh.
Our dear sister center in Toronto just celebrated something magnificent yesterday. Reverend Jonathan Zanz and his partner Dane Miller were married yesterday.
Yeah.
Woo! And if you look on Facebook, you'll see all their beautiful pictures. It's just amazing. It's so loving.
That
Yeah.
is. Wow. Yes.
Congratulations to them.
Just think if we said to ourselves every day, I am magnificent. Or before we reacted, we would just say, oh, I am magnificent. It would just change everything, wouldn't it? So what are we waiting for? Let's just do it. Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, yeah. So shall we open this with some beautiful, wonderful music, new music. Yes, gang, over here?
Yes,
For
sir.
the new month.
And look who we have on drums over here. We have Luisa. Luis.
Oh yeah, everybody. You guys want to stand up
Stand
today?
up
You
if
feel
that
it?
feels good.
Rise up.
Uh-oh. Are you ready?
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready to open my heart heart, open my 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 heart. I am ready.
Come on, guys.
I am ready. I am ready.
Sing it, brother.
I am ready to open my heart, to open my heart, to open my heart, to open my heart.
Sing it, kid.
Peace lives inside me now. No more living in fear. When I reach my hand to touch the earth, I remember why I'm here. I am ready.
Can you guys clap?
I am ready.
1, 2.
I am ready.
Here we go. This side.
To open my heart,
To open my heart.
to open my heart,
Open your heart.
open my heart.
Hit it, you guys. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Tell
yeah.
you what I know.
What do you know,
I'll
Patrick?
tell you what I know. I'm so into the music that I was just feeling so much of it. What I know is that we're just clapping. It's like the heartbeat of God running through each and every one of us. That thing called love is running through each and every one of us. Keep the clapping going. Keep the heartbeat going. Because what I know is we've come here on purpose. There's no accidents. We've come here on purpose to express. Did you hear me? To express. To express God. To express good. To express love. Uh-oh. To express light.
Patrick's on fire,
To
everybody.
express what's going on here. I'm being overtaken by spirit. That's right. We're here on purpose. We're here by divine appointment. We're here by love. Uh-oh. Love, love. Can I hear love? Love, love. How did this spiritual mind treatment turn into something known as a rap? Uh-oh. What I know is we're here on purpose. We're here on purpose. We're here on purpose.
You're on purpose.
And what I know is that we need to get on with the show, it right? We need to get going from that divine place.
We
It's
are
happening. It's happening. What is happening? It's happening.
What's happening, everybody?
It's happening.
We're going with the flow.
We're letting go to the law, that law of our being, the law that always says yes, 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 yes. Now it's time to get out of our way. That's a bloated nothing. Let's go. We need to let it go. We need to let it go. It's called release. It's called release. It's called release.
Call release.
It's called release. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And so it is, so it is, so it is.
We
Yeah.
are ready.
Everybody, here we go.
We are ready. We are ready to open our hearts, to open my heart, to open my heart, to open my heart. We are ready.
Bring it down.
We are ready
Deep voice.
to open our heart.
Open my heart. Patrick, everybody. Free flowing spiritual medicine.
Oh my,
You
my.
can't plan that stuff. It's just feeling the spirit, feeling God inside. Right here. Wow. I think I lost my job. Oof.
Oh my God. I don't need to say anything. I'll see you all coffee. Really, right? Everything's complete. It's incomplete every single solitary moment. There's nothing that is not already happening. Somebody asked me, how can I believe something is right here and right now? I feel like I'm lying to myself, whether it's I have perfect health, I have abundance in my life, I have the perfect mate, I have whatever it is I have. How can I say that I have it when I don't have it? Interesting question, right? Stump the minister. But there's one thing I'm never ever going to go off, and that's the principle that it's already here. There is nothing, you're not, let's say you want the perfect mate. Do you think you're going to be putting the molecules together and creating the man or woman that you want and then putting them in front of you? No, it's already there. All you're doing is accepting it. And we can't believe in something, and we can't not believe in something and expect it to appear. We have to believe in it first. We have to know that it's here, because everything's created twice. Well, it's not, it's created in spirit and it's created in form, but it's already there in spirit. We actually put the molecules together in spirit, which is just the idea of what we want. We form the idea. There's unformed substance out there floating around in us, through us, as us, all around. It's our minds. It's there in our minds, and we get to think and decide how we want to create our lives. And that's basically the simplicity of this teaching. So, but sometimes we get scared, right? Sometimes we do. We get like, we look at the world of form and we get scared and we think that things are maybe not so great. That's the time we can do our best work. I found this quote in a beautiful little book that Rebecca gave me called, what's it called? A Time for Joy. And it has a little affirmation and quote every day and a little lesson in it for each day. And I opened it and it said, "Fear knocked on the door. Faith answered. No one was there." Fear knocked on the door. Faith answered. No one was there. Now, it gave me chills. I had to think about it for a minute because I was like, that's confusing. But then I understood that that's our journey. Fear knocked on the door. When faith answers, no one's there. When fear knocks on the door and faith answers, it can't find anything. They can't live in the same house. One's going to give way to the other. And the journey of life is for us to get out of fear. We've said it a few times this morning. Reverend Diane said it. Reverend Patrick said it already. That we have to trust in ourselves. We have to trust in the unseen. This is the biggest thing, I think, that's happening right now. We're making this amazing evolutionary transformation on our planet where this is becoming real. Ernest Holmes said science and religion will walk hand in hand. Science and religion is now walking hand in hand. Science believes in the unseen. They wouldn't be able to do anything if they didn't believe them, and then they go out to prove it, right? Everything starts in the unseen. And if we're afraid, we're never ever, all we're going to accomplish is more things to be afraid of. The same lady, Ruth Fischel, said, when we begin to dare to try faith, we will begin to know the joy of who we truly are. Only then will we open to the love and joy that fear has buried within us. Oh my God. So we have all these piles of fear, and underneath all that fear is this amazing thing we are, which is the truth of our being that we talk about every Sunday. The magnificence is all buried under there, under all our beliefs and trust in outside things. Bob Proctor, he goes, what are we afraid of? Fear and faith have something in common. They both ask us to believe in something we can't see. Think about it. They're opposite sides of the same thing. They're all asking us, both things are asking us the same thing. Believe in me. Trust me. I know what's going to happen. Or believe in me. Trust me. I know that everything's always unfolding perfectly, no matter what it looks like right now. It's changing right now. So we can look at this in anything. We can look at it in our own future. Oh my God, there's so many things we could be afraid of, right? And then what is it? It's like worry. Worry is like that's awful stuff. Or we can just have a calmness and a faith and know everything is really going to be, is all right now. And that we're going to experience that all right. As soon as it clicks in our brain that it is all right. The unseen Can you trust the unseen? What do you think? Can you trust the unseen? That's what we're being asked to do, right? It's so amazing because what I'm finding right now, things are happening faster and faster. I'm noticing that when I say something now, it's like it happens like immediately. I mean, yeah, right? I'm just having an experience right now. I can't talk about it yet, but I will soon. But it's just like all of a sudden I was thinking this thing, and then all of a sudden I got a call, and it was like, okay, I wanted that. Now I better be ready to receive it. And then I felt all the little like things come up, like, oh, well, what if this and what if that and blah, 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 blah. Am I ready? Do I have to do this? And I was like, stop, Rita, because that's what stops our manifestations, because we start to like futurize about things that we don't even know about, that are, instead of just saying, taking a deep breath and sinking into spirit and relaxing and just saying, I know everything is unfolding perfectly in every single solitary moment, no matter what it looks like. So that's where I'm at right now. Same thing with our health. I mean, maybe we don't feel good or something, but it's not lying to yourself to say you're perfect health when you don't feel good, because you are perfect health. And until you can believe that you're perfect health, you won't manifest perfect health. I'm just repeating myself now, but it's true. Anything. We have to believe it. So people say, am I lying to myself? No, you're not lying to yourself, because your spirit is always, always perfect, no matter what. So how do you do this? How do you grow your faith? You just start. You start right where you are, and you might say to yourself, well, I don't have a lot of faith. Well, you have faith. Everybody has faith. It's not something you go out and get. It's just a matter of what you're putting it in. It is true. You could be putting your faith in, how horrible whatever is out there, the political system or whatever you're dealing with today. Or you could say, you could have faith that even that's unfolding perfectly, and that the highest good is at hand in every single solitary moment. Right? That's what it is. And then get out and vote. That's called treat and move your feet. Because we don't just sit around and say everything's perfect and then don't do anything about it. But the difference is, where we're coming from is a place of love and a place of consciousness, instead of just moving out into the world and just doing things with no thought in them. So treat means get yourself centered, get yourself conscious of who and what you are and what you declare in your life, and then start to move out into your experience with that behind you. So how do you grow your faith? Every single moment, moment by moment. You shovel out all the caca and just, whatever you want to call it, and just let the true self shine through, and it will, because it's just waiting. It's just waiting for us. It's just a consciousness thing. It's just waiting for us to recognize it. And every time that we turn to spirit within, spirit turns to us within. And it just works. I know it, because they proved it day after day after day after day. I was like, did anybody see the sunrise this morning? Ha! Oh my God, if you ever want to just build your faith, just watch a sunrise. And how did that happen? It's God. God is everywhere in everything, and we're in that sunrise. We're just as powerful. We are so fortunate here to be able to just look out and see God in everything, to see the manifestation and the abundance of what can happen when you just let go to it, which nature does, right? It just does what it does. It doesn't ask any questions. So I don't know. I do know. I do know. I do know so deeply that I know that if I would have to say anything to us, just trust that life is good. Trust it. It is good. It wouldn't be able to last a single moment if it wasn't. Life is good, and life is for us. It's not against us. If it was against us, it wouldn't be able to survive. It can't destroy itself. Life is. And everything is unfolding perfectly. And we say it every Sunday, but hold ourselves in the highest place of self-esteem, because we are the manifestation, the mind of God is working itself through us. And when we let it out, everything is right there for us. There's nothing that we couldn't have. There's nothing we couldn't be. There's nothing we couldn't do. We are so amazingly powerful. So it's just a matter, you don't have to know like what your purpose is right now. You don't have to know any of that. It'll all unfold within you as you open up to the Spirit, to the life force with you. And if each one of us has a divine purpose on this planet, or we wouldn't be here right now. We'd be divinely purposing somewhere else. But right now we're here. So we each have a reason that we're here, and each of us is important. Look at your finger, guys. Each of us is important. And maybe we don't know right now what that is. Some of us don't know. Everybody wants their purpose. I want my purpose. I want my purpose. No, just live. Just live our lives and live them to all that beauty and love that's within us. Don't try to control other people. You can't do that. Don't try to control anything. Just do yourself and make your own choices and watch your life unfold. Take a deep breath with me. Fear knocked on the door. Faith answered. No one was there. I love you. Thank you. Love you. And I love these two guys over here. I'm so glad you guys are back. You are our angels. Serenade us.
Aloha, you guys. How we feeling? You know, we were gone a little while, and first of all, I'd just like to say I watched last week the service. It was really beautiful, and it's really awesome to see other musicians play their heart out and sing from another place, and it's so important. And while we were gone, I was going through my mind. I was thinking about Patrick and Rita. They had a lot of time to really think and feel, and I was just thinking about this song. It's called In the Light of Love, and you know, every time I walk in these doors, I always feel that I'm standing in the light of love with people and standing up here being courageous to sing. And so for me, in the light of love, especially for our world around us right now, there's a lot happening, right? So this song is for all of you, for all the world, and just for ourselves also. So.
We are home in the light of love. We heal and sing. Thy will be done in the light of love. Malama lama oke
Thank
aloha.
you.
Try to remember those words. Maka, malama lama, oke aloha. We stand in the light of love with these two beauties too, don't we? Aloha, Patrick, Rita.
Mahalo. Mahalo. Wow. Thy will be done. I wanted to just add on to something that Rev Rita was talking about the sunrise this morning. And we both do our blogs at the same time, but just in different spaces in the morning. 5 a.m. Did I mention 5 a.m.? But we're in there and we're doing it. And she said, you know, Patrick, come here, look. And it was the sun coming up. And I thought, how great to look at this in a new perspective. Wow, the sun is coming up. And I lost my, not lost, I don't like the word lost. But anyway, my cousin, Patty FEren, made her transition on Thursday. And I had not mentioned any of it to myself even because I think I was protecting my heart. Have you ever been there? And when I saw the sun come up this morning, I said, wow, good morning, Patty. Good morning. And it really, really served me because I realized that, first of all, that it was time for me to cry because I had held that back, because I wanted to just protect my heart. And it feels so great when you leave that protection of the heart, and the heart can do what it needs to do, whether it be laughing, crying, whatever it needs. So yeah, the sunrise had a very special meaning today. But I wanted to throw that in because the title of our talk today is, Hello, is anybody home? Ever been there? Anybody home? Have you ever had a conversation with anybody and you're looking at them? Anybody home? Because you're not here. You're not here. You're not here. And I've been there myself too. That's why I try very much when people are greeting and you hug them, you go, oh, hi, how are you? Yeah. Nobody home. You have to go back, I do at least, and say, I see you. And that's really important for us to take the time to see one another, to see ourselves. So today I want to talk a little bit about intimacy. And desire. Can you imagine intimacy and desire? That was never in the church that I was brought up with. We were not talking about intimacy, and we certainly weren't talking about desire, because that was something to suppress in some cases. But I found this wonderful. Good morning. I found this wonderful quote by Henry Nouwen, which was, and I actually looked him up because I sometimes grab the quotes and then forget that these are actual people that had a wonderful something to say, and then I didn't even know who they were. I just grabbed their words. So he was a priest, which is very interesting, and had quite a history. But we're not here about Henry today. We're here about what he said. And he said, intimacy is a way of being in which the tension between distance and closeness is dissolved, and a new horizon appears. Intimacy is beyond fear. I want to read it again because intimacy is a way of being in which the tension between distance and closeness is dissolved, and a new horizon appears. Intimacy is beyond fear. So I was thinking of this idea of intimacy, and it has many things. We were talking about it in class on Thursday, the one I always call on Wednesday, but it's on Thursday. And we were talking about that, and I like that idea of intimacy. Intimacy means, for me, that I'm able to let you see me, let you really see me. and take off a few masks that guard me and protect me. That I dare to let you see me, to let myself stand naked from all of the stuff and say, I see you. Do you see me? And it's scary sometimes because what am I going to do if you don't think I look good naked? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys are all in. See, this is what I love about the New Thought philosophy. Not only can you rap during the spiritual mind treatment, you can talk about naked. You know what I mean? And intimacy is beyond this thing called sexual act. There's this thing called, Napoleon Hill works with it, called sex transmutation. Blends that whole idea of this power that we are. And I get very passionate about this thing called dissolving, right? Dissolving the distance and the closeness and finally becoming one. That's the whole, for me, that's the whole idea of this teaching. And desire from this place of intimacy, I'm going to read it from the Essential Ernest Holmes because it was so fantastic that it says, back of all manifestations must be the desire to create. That's all we're doing. We're constantly wanting to create. Even if we're sitting there doing absolutely what we think is nothing, we are creating. And the urge to express, this is called the divine urge. I like that, right? I was taught my urges were not good. They were not clean. They were not pure. They were not right. We're talking that divine urge that says, yes, I am intimate because I am one with you as you. And this desire gathers energy for creative purposes and utilizes power to express itself. So dynamic, and get the visual with this one. So dynamic is the urge that it will cause a little seed to break open the most solid earth in order that it might express itself as a plant. It is the coming forth of spirit into expression, the loosing of energy into action, and is apparent in all creation. That's that sex transmutation that we're talking about. That this little seed, now picture it, this little tiny seed. Look at it, we're not even as little as that, and we're all worried. Right? We're like walking around. This little seed says, look at me. I got everything I have ever needed right in this seed. That's you. That's me. This little seed says, I dare you to stop me. Do you ever feel like we give up too soon? I got an idea. Seed. I got an idea. Oh yeah, yeah. And then the list just starts coming out. It's all made up, man. None of it's happened yet. You might as well go do it in your favor. That's what it's all made up, right? And I got a friend that runs a company. It's all made up. And he's going around to all these companies and helping them realize that if you're going to make it up in your favor. We're like on the way out of that gate, and before I got this idea. Wow. This little seed says, oh man, there's cement on top of me. This seed isn't saying, I knew this was going to happen. The moment I decided to be a rose bush, I knew I was going to smell pretty for everybody, but no. That's how my life works out. I'm a seed. Oh yeah, put the cement above me. I'm just going to sit. And it says, no, man. I'm on my way. And it cracks it open. It cracks it open. And if there's not a little crack, it'll make one. Oh my God. How determined is that? That's desire. That's desire when you sit there and say, nothing. No cement, no blockage, nothing. Not what they say about me. Oh my goodness. Do we stop really quick then? I got an idea. And someone said, oh, really? What's with the face? What do you mean? Uh-huh. Oh, no, I just know a lot of people that have done that before, and I don't know. They've never made it anyway. We had that with this beautiful center. We're going to Kauai, man. We're going to build a spiritual center. Oh. Isn't that ambitious? Isn't that ambitious? I had several friends that went to the islands. Nothing happened for them. But anyway, we appreciate you. We'll pray for you. You go get them, Tiger. And then when we walk away, they're going, oh my God, can you believe Rita and Patrick? They're such little dreamers, aren't they? We're not little dreamers, man. We're seeds. We're a seed. We said it is all contained within us, and look who showed up. Look who showed up. Thank you very much. That's intimacy. That's intimacy. Do you hear me today? Something happened in that song with me. I'm going to tell you something. I will never, ever put down an evangelistic minister ever again. Because here's what happened. I'm going to explain that little moment. Something happened. And I said, I don't know what's happening. And I started to try to analyze, right? I mean, well, have you ever rapped before? Just think if I had done that, nothing ever, and it really wasn't even a rap, man. It was just Spirit speaking as me, through me. The seed had an idea. And it said something new needs to be done here. Do it, man. Do it, right? And here's the deal. You don't try to repeat it. You don't try to, like Michael was saying, you couldn't have planned that, right? That's who we are. We're this seed, and I'm really asking us, I'm inviting us today to honor that divine urge that will stop at nothing to have what it is. And it doesn't have to be about moving mountains. Sometimes you can just go around them. It's easier. Stop trying to blow up the mountains in our lives. I'm going through, man. I'm going through. And then you're sitting there going, man, I could have just walked around that thing and saved everybody a lot of time and energy. It's the seed. It's the intimacy. It's getting so close to yourself that everybody gets an opportunity to see you. That's good stuff you're doing, man. Behind all of that, behind any health issue, as Rita was talking about, it isn't lying. It is not lying. This saying that life doesn't work or that there's cement on me and I can't get through it is the lie. The truth is, move your butt over. I am coming through. Just think of this great divine being that, thank you very much. And we're going to know that divine seed, whatever's happening there, is absolutely perfect, and they're surrounded by that absolute brilliant light of love. But just think of the creation of it. They said, that whole voice said, I was going to create some cosmos. And what happened? Oh, but I'm going to flip them. Oh, but what happened? Oh, what happens if they go? No, that's doubt and fear. I love that quote that Rita had. It can't see anything opposite of itself. Someday, we shall lay our burdens on the altar of love, that they may be consumed by the fire of faith in this thing called the living Spirit. Man would have no burdens if he kept this high watch toward the high one and always turned from God. That's how I'm going to end this. It's not from God. It's not to God. It's from God. It's not to anything. To this. To the relationships. To the perfect health. No. It's from the truth. Oh my God, you are a seed of absolute perfection. I am a seed of absolute perfection that will never be stopped. Grow, 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 grow. I am ready. Namaste. We got some things happening today, Rev Rita. Did you know that?
I know.
Is this a private moment we're having right now? Woo! Oh, I took yours.
All one.
There we go.
All right. So what do I want to say? What I want to say is that we are all abundant and prosperous, no matter what it looks like. Right? Well, from what we said today, it's all there. It's all there. And I thank you for sharing your there with here, so that we as a group can go forward and really, really take this beautiful message that we have into our lives and out into the world. So thank you for everything you give. It is totally and completely appreciated. And I know it comes back, multitude back to you. So we have a little affirmation, and it's in your program. It says, Sacred Giving Affirmation. I draw my good to me as I travel along the way of life, and nothing can keep it from me. My good is always with me. I accept the good and rejoice that it is with me. I accept my good now. Yes, take it away, Michael and Carrie.
I see you. Oh. You see me. We gather today to set our hearts free. We've come to shine, shine, shine. We've come to shine, shine, shine. And live in gratitude. We gotta breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. I gotta stay true to myself, true to myself and others. Gotta stay true to myself, because it's the only way. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly.
All right, so what I know right here and right now is that we are abundant at all times. We are always prospering. That's the word. We are always prospering in every single solitary moment because of who and what we are. That is spirit. Spirit is abundant. It is giving from itself at all times. That's who we are. And I know that I am grateful for everything that has been given today. I know it multiplies and it goes out into the world to heal and prosper and bless and expand our lives and the lives of everybody on this planet. So I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. And I just say thank you, mahalo, 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 from the bottom of my soul as I release it into law, as I say, and so it is.
Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Yay.
And if you were wondering about the change that was happening up here, I don't always, but I forget to say that this is kind of an additional thing happening. And you know, we just start where we're at. So this beautiful, beautiful vision that we actually came here with, we decided to start our little bank towards it. So we're just filling it up with change.
That money goes into a separate account for our building fund and stays there until
We build.
We build. And it's
we
actually
build from where
started
we
right
are.
here. We build where we are.
Yeah.
And if anything has come up for you today that you need a little extra attention with, please, we have what we call our yes box. It's our spiritual mind treatment box. And just go ahead and write down a few words or something that just describes what you need
Special knowing about.
Special knowing about it. We're here for you, our entire, staff here, and Rita and I, we take this very, very seriously, except that I just want you to know that once you put it in, you close it, it's a done deal. So there you go. That's how quick it works with spirit. Seed, seed, seed.
All right.
There you go.
Are we ready for our closing?
Is there any
We are.
kids that want to come up and play him or
Yeah, and
shaker?
Diane,
Any little
Reverend
kids?
Diane,
Any
come
big
on up.
adult kids?
Any practitioner
Come here,
interns
Reverend.
that want to
Yes.
come up, please
Come
feel
here,
free to hold the space with us.
There we go. Uh-oh.
Let it go on the mountain.
Uh-oh. Let it
sing
go.
on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start. See the world with clearer eyes. Don't turn it back, surprise, surprise. Remove the disguise. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine.
Rita's going to do her spirit right.
Okay, I'm ready to say mahalo, mahalo, mahalo to all the people in service today. That would be Michelle with her beautiful announcements. Yes, that would be Sarah, Tina, and Sue that stood at the door and welcomed you today. Yes, thank you, mahalo. To Reverend Diane for her beautiful prayer and meditation. Thank you, Reverend Diane, and thank you for taking the bookstore for us today. There's lots of wonderful stuff there to increase your wisdom and knowing. And to Rob back there and Jonathan, who bring this message and this center out into the world. Yes, thank you, thank you. And to Roseanne for the programs, thank you, thank you. And to Kelly and Jeanette for helping with hospitality and everything else they help with. And a special blessing out to Ron Stover, because he's not feeling well today, but what we know is your perfect health. And so we bring that consciousness to you. So I say thank you to Michael and Carrie and the amazing band that is forming here.
Woo! Look at
CSL
that.
Kauai band, Louise and Sue and Saratina and Everett. Mahalo, mahalo. So I know
Crazy.
we take this love that we feel right here inside us right now, this power, this energy, and we bring it out into our day, we bring it out into our week, we bring it out into our lives, and we live it. So with gratitude in my heart, I just bless it, I let it go, and I say,
And so it is.
Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start. See the world with clearer eyes. No turning back, surprise, surprise. Remove the disguise. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. Let it go on the mountain.
Keep it going.
Let it sing on the mountain.
Jazz
Let it ring
fingers, here we go.
on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself
shine, shine. Namaste, everyone. Aloha. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Welcome home, you two.